Hi everyone, thanks for joining us here today. And so what we've got is we're going to have a late stage naval battle between a Carthaginian and a Greek fleet where the Greeks are attacking. So what we're saying is that each of these factions have 4 ships each, and they are all flagships. They also have an army embarked on them with 7 cards each. The Greeks led by Alexander the Great on his great Alexander Odyssey, rewriting history here. And then we've got the Carthaginians led by Marga Barca. And when you are going to play these into a game here, you have to remember to give each of these piles a little bit of a shuffle. Do not leave them in the order that you might potentially deploy them. It's got to be kind of randomized. But as you see, the flagships get to roll 4 red die each. And what we're going to say as well is that each of these factions have the maritime development in place, which means that if we roll a double S, then a ship is captured. Okay, so we're going to work our way through it and then see what this battle looks like. And what you can do is you can compare it to our one that we have with transports and see how it compares as a battle plays on. So the Greeks are going to make the initial attack. Let's see how they do. Okay, so we have a straight up kill. So that means we're going to get a kill here, and we'll turn on its side just to show us that that's what's happened. In fact, what I quite like to do is to go ahead and just place these onto here. And when that kill takes place, what we do is we need to take these cards and we assume that they are evenly divided amongst the ships, with any kind of issues in that division rounding up. So we have 7 cards divided by 4. Okay, so 7 divided by 4 equals equals 1 point something. I can't work out what the other something is, but it doesn't matter because we always round up. So what happens is that in this first initial engagement, because we've been killed, one of our ships has been killed, we have to lose 2 cards. So there goes our war elephants, and Alexander the Great himself killed immediately in the first engagement. Turns out he was standing on the ship with all of the elephant poo just sloshing around, and it has been destroyed. Who'd have thought that would have led to the destruction of a ship there? We've also got 2 wounds that can be put against another ship, so there's a second ship that's been destroyed. But what we do now is we're dividing our remaining cards, which is 5 divided by 3. And that also is giving you 1 point something. Can't work out what something is, doesn't matter. We lose 2 battle cards. There goes our veteran companions and our hoplites. So you can see just how deadly this is straight off the bat. And our 1S, we don't have a double, so there's no capturing a ship, but it means that we lose another card. So there goes a third one, and it's our phalangists, leaving us with just 2 cards left. And are they battle cards? No, they're not. They're not even main battle cards. So this army has actually been completely destroyed, because you can't field them without main battle cards. So there you go, guys. That army completely destroyed in the first turn. So that's 2 of the Greek ships down. But before we move on, they get a chance to respond. So you'd be rolling these simultaneously in an actual battle. So wow, look at that. We got the exact same result. So of the Carthaginians, they lose a ship. But let's see if we actually do things in a slightly different order and if it leads to a different result. So let's actually resolve the S first, okay? So let's lose the battle card. There goes the Liberian Spearman. Then we're going to resolve the killing of our ships. Now what we have here is we've got 6 battle cards divided by our 4 ships. So that is 1.5. Unfortunately, it doesn't change the result. We still lose 2 battle cards. There goes our Hispanic Soctari and our Hispanic cavalry. Yikes. Okay. So that's been resolved there. We have 2 wounds, which again, I would say I wouldn't recommend putting them across ships. You want to take out as many ships as you can. Just put it onto the same ship. And there we go. We have the exact same result again, where we have 4 cards divided by 3. That leads to 1 point something. We lose 2 battle cards, including Margot Barca and the Sacred Band. So absolutely decimated. And let's just check. Yes, we do have some main battle cards still left. So the Carthaginian army not completely destroyed, but heavily decimated. Then we do our cleanup here, where we're going to just shift off these ships as casualties on each side. And this is just the first initial ramming, essentially. And already our navies are depleted. The army's almost completely destroyed. Greeks is completely destroyed. And the navy's looking worse for wear. But the Greeks are now going to go for their second attack. And look at that. It's just 2 destroyed ships, right? So everything here has been destroyed. But let's see if the Carthaginian effort has been in vain. And the answer is that so these Carthaginian ships are just completely destroyed. Of the Greeks, one of their ships is destroyed and one has a wound. But because it only has a single ship left, that navy is also destroyed. So what's happened is you have these 2 massive fleets with flagships and big armies attached, and they've just completely annihilated each other. So you can see that battle compared to the one with transports was much faster, much less of a slog, but also much more deadly as well. So that's the end of that very, very quick battle. Next time I think what we'll do is we'll try and look at what it looks like when you have quite lopsided armies to see, does it make a difference in terms of the way that the naval outcomes occur. So look out for that coming real soon, guys, and I'll catch you later.